Hi, so my name's Richard Harvey and I've been a Jewish disciple of Yeshua since 1974 and was myself discipled by my two friends Simon and Michael, who led me to the Lord. And my story is here in that I come from a German Jewish family. The family name was Hirschland. They changed it to Harvey when we came to England. I was brought up in the Liberal, which is the Reform Synagogue in the UK, and I became a disciple of Yeshua back in 1974. Got involved with the Messianic movement and joined and started the London Messianic congregation in the late 70s. I also worked for the oldest Jewish mission agency, the Anglican Church's ministry amongst the Jewish people, in the 1980s. I was the UK director of Jews for Jesus in the 1990s, and then I was also teaching Hebrew Bible and Jewish studies at All Nations Christian College, a cross-cultural mission training agency. And I went on to do my PhD in Messianic Jewish theology, and I'm now back with Jews for Jesus as a senior researcher, training, discipling, mentoring, teaching, writing and research. So the person I'd like to talk about who I had quite an influence on discipling was Steve, and he came to me as a very young Jewish believer. He was practically rejected by his parents, had to leave home, and he would often come and stay in my home, in my apartment. We would do Bible studies together. I ended up baptizing him and also his brother. And then he joined Jews for Jesus, and we were colleagues in ministry. And over many years, we've stayed friends, debating partners, colleagues, and really continuing a friendship now for some 30 or so years. So there was no one particular formula. We just would spend time together. And for me, discipleship is much more than just doing Bible studies and praying with somebody. It's life sharing, it's role modeling, it's partnership with someone for the sake of the gospel. And there's a real reciprocal relationship of mutual blessing and encouragement and challenge. And that's what I found with Steve. I was a bit older than him, some 15 years older. And that gives you a role in speaking into the life of a young disciple, and you have an influence with them. But it's always a hands-on process, and everyone is different. There's no one size fits all. I suppose that what you're trying to do when you're discipling people is to help them to think biblically, to grow spiritually, and to develop personally. And how do you do that? Well, the key is just spending time with people, helping them to see that Yeshua, Jesus, is our rabbi, our teacher, helping them to become part of a community of fellow disciples, and helping them to grow with self-understanding and receiving mentoring. So the definition of discipleship that I often use is this: discipling is an intentional, largely informal learning activity. It involves two or a small group of individuals who typically function within a larger nurturing community and hold to the same religious beliefs. Each makes a voluntary commitment to the others to form a close personal relationship for an extended period of time, in order that those who at a particular time are perceived as having a superior knowledge and or skills will attempt to cause learning to take place in the lives of those others who seek their help. Christian discipling is intended to result in each becoming an active follower of Jesus and a participant in his mission to the world. So discipling is largely informal and based on real life, and it needs modelling and practice in addition to formal teaching. It takes place within a community. It's not just you. It's a regular, committed gathering together of individuals and small groups into a larger, nurturing community with differences in age, gender, and ethnicity. It's a reciprocal thing because learning is a mutual, collaborative, and shared responsibility. And it's missional because it leads to sharing the good news of the Messiah. So for me as a Messianic Jew, being a disciple maker, discipleship is the process of following after, learning from, becoming like, witnessing to, and making disciples of the Messiah Yeshua, the Rabbi and Divine Saviour, in the company of Israel and all nations, as members of the reconciled and restored Messianic community for the renewal of all creation. It's great to share with you briefly on discipleship. Hope to meet some of you soon, and God bless you as you be a disciple and make disciples of others. Thank you.